This is just like a PS to what I was talking about with bite size versus how fast to eat food. A normal person's stomach takes 20 minutes to realize that it's full. I don't think our stomachs are the same way since our nerves are cut at the very bottom. I think we can feel full a whole lot faster than 20 minutes. Also, most surgeons say that you should allot 15 to 20 minutes to eat your meal. And you know, if you sit there for an hour watching TV and eating what's on your plate, you're probably going to eat the whole plate or all of what you have, just because, you know, you're allotting yourself more time to eat it. And so I mean, I've heard different things on Daily Strength and Live Journal. Some surgeons say, you know, give yourself 30 minutes to eat a meal. If I gave myself 30 minutes to eat a meal, I would eat so much stuff because I would just sit there and let it just pass on through. And I've been in this predicament for maybe 5 months. I didn't really want to say anything about it, and you know, I don't know how many people have this problem or have actually thought about this. But like I said at the very beginning, I'm worried about bite size versus mealtime. Because I mean, the recommended bite size is the size of a pencil eraser. Okay, if you eat that, the size of a pencil eraser, and give yourself 30 minutes to eat, you're going to eat a whole lot of stuff because it's not going to collect in your pouch at your stoma and have like a funnel effect, you know, like a stacked up pyramid type. It's just going to slide right on through so you can eat and eat and eat. Now I am at the point where I don't really know what size bite I should take. I'm well aware when I take a huge bite, because I'll feel it in the back of my throat and I'll go, oh shit, that's about to come up. I'm going to go to the bathroom and make myself throw it up before I get sick and start hurting. So, you know, I'm there to that point, but on the other side, I can take a teeny tiny bite and not even feel it go down. I don't know how many people actually feel their food like slide down. I can. So I mean, that kind of helps me gauge a little bit how big of a bite size to take. But then, you know, some things you just can't really tell, like cottage cheese. And I'm using that as an example because I eat it every single day. It's my first meal of the day, no matter what time I get up. You know, if it's 6 o'clock in the morning after I've had my coffee, I'll eat that. Or if it's, you know, at noon on a weekend, I'll have cottage cheese for my very first meal. And if I'll allot myself 10 minutes to eat that. And in 10 minutes, I can eat half a cup. I've read, wherever you can find the 5-day pouch test, I think you can find the cottage cheese test on the same study. And it was done way back when stomach stapling, you know, was done before RNY. And so they gauged the size of people's stapled pouch by how much cottage cheese they could hold in, I think, 5 to 15 minutes. I think maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I can't remember the exact time, but the woman that did the study, she used that as a measure of pouch size instead of just going down and, you know, seeing with the scope how big it was, or doing a, you know, one of those bariatric barium test things that we had to do. That was so gross. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, what I'm saying is, you know, in my last video, I was talking about how different things are more dense and take up more space in your pouch. And, you know, I've noticed meat takes up more space than, say, crackers or, you know, something soft like a baked potato, whatever. I mean, that's to be expected because it's more dense. But, I mean, cottage cheese, that's really different because, I mean, it has substance, but it's soft. And I guess that's why she uses it as, you know, a volumetric tool. But I'm really not sure. But whatever. You know, some days I can eat more than other days. And I'm wondering if it's my bite size versus time that I eat. And it's just totally really not dependent on my pouch. Because, like, early in the morning... sorry, still a little bit sick. I find that I can't eat as much as I can, you know, late at night. And I feel like my pouch has kind of stretched just a little bit. Or maybe it's my imagination, I don't know. But I'm aware that I can eat more in the afternoon or at night than in the morning. But then again, is it what I'm eating? Because I eat cottage cheese in the morning. I mean, it's really dense. And, you know, if I eat cottage cheese in the morning, at night, I might have maybe a McDonald's snack wrap or some taco salad at a Mexican place with chicken. You know, I mean, or, you know, nachos, just chips and cheese. You know, I don't know. I don't. So I'm there now. You know, I'm at the predicament of choosing my correct bite size and not going too long eating. Because, you know, it's really weird. I can eat more at home than I can out in a restaurant. I get really frustrated with the people I'm out with because I always get finished in 5 bites. And I think it's because unconsciously I'm trying to match my eating speeds with them. So I take bigger bites and I get full more quickly. But here at home, you know, I have all the time in the world, so I'm going to take smaller bites and take my time eating, watching TV, talking to my husband, reading a book, whatever. So, yeah, I just thought I would elaborate on that since I kind of got cut off in the last part of my video. And I'm just, you know, people that have been, you know, maybe 6-8 months out past, you know, up to a year, 2 years, 3 years, I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on the subject. I mean, not just y'all, I mean, anybody can chime in. But, so yeah, I mean, I'm not really looking for advice or anything because I think it's just something you have to do and figure out yourself because, you know, your own body's different, your pouch is different from everybody else's, what you eat is different from everybody else. So I think that, you know, you have to figure out the happy medium between the two. But, you know, I'm just wondering, what are your thoughts on the subject? And I look forward to hearing those thoughts.